It's day 4 of our around the world trip and we're already being tested. Starting off the morning by trying to sneak out the truck but forgetting our alarm is still activated, which scared me half to death. So I definitely need to remember that next time. It also rained during the night, so the awning was full of water, which we'd not experienced before. It did make it feel super cozy as I read my book with a coffee though. The park up we were at was so pretty that I wanted to get a run in and trying to find some sort of routine, as that's one of the hardest things about living on the road is the routine. Now this is where it starts to go pear-shaped. As I was getting ready after my run, I noticed that all my t-shirts had been stained pink from my red packing cube. I don't even know how this was possible, but it had happened to some sentimental tops of mine, so that suddenly became our main priority for the morning. Mitch started by soaking them and then we jumped in the truck, put the clothes in a dry bag and went on the hunt for stain remover. We're fortunate that France has these mobile laundrettes at most petrol stations, so we popped a 30-minute wash on and hoped for the best. In the meantime, I made some breakfast out the back of the truck as it was midday by this point and we hadn't eaten. 3 out of the 4 tops were successful, so I'll take that. We didn't opt for a dry, we just grabbed them and got on the road. Our aim is to drive to the Pyrenees, but the drive from where we got off the ferry was about 12 hours, so we decided to split it up into 4 hours each day. And whilst we were on this drive, I thought I'd share our first leg of the trip with you. When we said this would be a 4-year trip, we'd worked that out by breaking the trip up into legs, so this first year being the first leg. Starting from our hometown of Uttoxeter, across the ferry from Portsmouth to France, into the Pyrenees, going down the east coast of Spain, over to Morocco, and then from Morocco we will be driving through Mauritania, Senegal, Guinea, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Cameroon, Gabon, Republic of the Congo, Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Mozambique, all the way to South Africa, where we will then ship from there to South America for leg 2. The driving was then done for the day and we were hungry, so we whipped up some leftovers from last night. This is our favourite thing to do when we're on the road, is always make enough for at least 2 nights, as then you know the next day it's stress-free cooking. I pegged out my wet clothes under the awning, which seemed like a good idea until the heavens opened from absolutely nowhere. I was then battling with the wind to move my clothes in as they were flapping into the rain. I must admit though, there is something really therapeutic about being dry but then watching the rain pour down, and then before we knew it the rain had passed and we saw the sun for the first time today, and then took a stroll down to the lake in my pyjamas, which was so pretty, and we massively regretted not bringing a paddleboard with us on this trip. Back in the truck, Mitch went up to bed and I stayed down to watch some YouTube on my iPad. Let me know if you want to see our sleep situation in another vlog. I'll see you tomorrow.